This story is titled Parents Dropped $570,000 on Bros Bash. Left my kid to die. Now they're begging me. Hey everyone, before we dive into today's video, I need a quick favor. We've noticed the channel's been losing some momentum, and one of the best ways you can help is by subscribing. It's fast, free, and makes a huge difference in helping us keep creating awesome content. Your support means everything. Let's keep this channel growing together. Thanks so much. And now, let's get into the video. Yo, what's poppin', fam? Buckle up, cause I'm dropping some straight-up unhinged tea from our /pro revenge that's gonna leave you shook AF. Picture this. Dan, 32, long-time lurker, first-time poster, spills it at, like, 2 a.m. Parents flexed $570,000 on my bro's wedding. Left my kid to die. Now they're begging me to bail him out. Bro, what? This ain't no cap. This is Reddit chaos on steroids, and I'm unpacking it hot for the next 30 minutes. Dan's just a chill dude in Austin, grinding a design gig, keeping his wife and 8-year-old Lil fed, normal vibes, right? Then bam, Lil's fighting for air. Docs hit him with a $120,000 surgery bill, and his fam? They're sipping champagne at a half-mil bash while he's on his knees. Sorry, Dan, party's priority. Cold as ice, fam, $570K for Robs, I do, zip for Lils, I live. Fast forward, Dan claws his way up, builds $1 million empire, and now those same clowns are crawling back. $200K, please. If you're here for toxic fam smackdowns, karma slaps, and a glow-up that hits like a freight train, smash that like button now. This tea's too lit to scroll past. Ever had fam ditch you for a flex? Spill it below. I'm nosy as hell, fam. Sub quick 2 channels dipping, and y'all are the real ones keeping this fire blazing. Let's dive. This revenge arc's about to pop off, and I'm not holding back. Alright, fam, let's crack this tea wide open. Way before the $570,000 wedding flex and Lil's life dangling by a damn thread. Dan, 32, spills it raw on our /pro revenge like, yo, been choking this shit down too long, fam's been pure trash since I could crawl. He's vibin', run a chill interior design gig in Austin, small-time hustle, keeps me, my wife and our Lil, 8, off the streets with food on deck, decent life, you feel. Ain't no baller, not dripping gold or rolling Bentleys, he writes, just steady grind, no panic over bills. But his parents? Mike and Sue, fake Lux vibes on max, he snaps, on this furniture store they pimp is high-end, ain't Jeff Bezos rich, but strut like they're cash gods. Big-ass crib in the bougie hood, he types, Benz and Lexus flex in the drive, barely scrape gas money. Weekend parties for their biz clowns, all fake grins and champagne clinks. Growing up oldest in that circus, he says, straight garbage, no cap, fam. Rob, Lil bro, golden boy, they didn't even play subtle, Dan writes, I'd roll in with A's straight fire report card, mom scrolling reality TV, dad's, that's you, Dan, up your game. Rob stumbles home, B+ an AC swamp, he says, boom, cake bash, balloons, genius Rob. They're texting their golf squad like he's Einstein. Sports? I'd hoop, till my knees bled crickets, he types. Rob trips a layup, mom's star athlete. Wild. College hits, I bounce to uni, he writes. Dad's stiff handshake like I'm a client. Mom's call when you land, cold as fuck. Rob, local CC, still sponging at home, he says. 50-head catered blowout. Ivy League king. Bruh, he's down the hall napping. Middle school Rob flunks math, he writes. I'm up, till 2 tutoring next day. There, Rob's trying. I'm invisible. High school, loaned him $500 for books, he types. Never saw it back, still Dan's fine. Clocked it fast, can't lean on him for jack, he says. Head down, grind from zero, no cash, no plugs, just me and my hustle. Never sniffed their handouts after that, he writes. Built my shit. Small design assistant gig at some rinky-dink firm. Sketching vibes I loved. Felt like my soul clicked. Scrambled from nada, zero to my own shop, he says. Tiny as hell, me, a desk, one part-timer, hustled till it breathed. Parents flexing their Lux life, he types, all hollow. Then Lil's nightmare slams. They flip a low I never saw coming. Fam's masks peeling, fam. Next part's where it cracks wide open, he writes. Ever had fam ice you for the golden kid? Spill that tea below. I'm shook how deep this cuts. Don't sleep. This tea's about to blaze up. Min xi and loy v lam ban buck lawn nua. Min hu ban muon fan fu too. Lil's fight and my fail, duok viet live at not 702 hok nyahan. Tang drama. Javibe Jin Z, vadam bao chan tuk. Yo, fam. Dan's out the fam's toxic grip, grinding solo. No scraps from Mike and Sue's fake Lux table. He's typing honor/pro revenge, post-college. Snagged a gig at this small-ass design firm in Austin. Assistant, grunt work, loved it deep. Sketching vibes that hit folks' souls, he writes, not some desk drone BS, felt like my lane. Saved every dime, launched my own hustle, he says, tiny, me, busted laptop, M's couch, then one part-timer, clawing it alive. Met M, furniture showroom gig, he types, hour-long yap, books, tunes, life clicked like magnets. Year later, tied the knot, he writes, chill vows, close crew, parents rolled up, grumbled like it's a dentist trip. Lil drops 8 now. M's bright eyes a mini, he says, company creeping up, M teaching preschool, life smooth, no cap. Biggest fuck up, health insurance, he snaps, no boss plan, private's a cash gut punch. Thought, we're healthy, biz'll grow, waited out, dumbest move I ever pulled. Lil's a tornado, running wild, giggling nonstop, he writes, pure chaos ball, then bam. 3, this cough creeps in. M's just a kid cold, germ magnet vibes, he types, weeks crawl, she's not bouncing back. Tired as hell, not my Lil, he says, appetite ghosts, low fever lingers, playing, she'd freeze, gasping like she'd run a mile. M's something's off, nags me, I'm few more days, idiot, he writes, should have hauled ass to docs day 1. Then day carved in my skull, he says, M's with Lil, living room, she drops. Mommy, tired, weak whisper cuts me, he types, M's freaking calls, I'm mid-client, bolt, no buy, speed home, heart slamming. Lil's panning fast, eyes foggy, panic mode, he writes, no brain, just scooped her, floored it to ER. M's backseat, stay awake, baby, please. Doc snatch her, waiting room's a damn eternity, he says, test drag, CT, doc's face drops, congenital lung defect. Surgery now, room spinning, legs jelly. $120K bill, gut punch from hell, he writes, no insurance, $25K saved. Cars $15,000, $80K short, brain screaming. Parents, big house, store cash, gotta step up, right? He types, grandkids life on the line, can't ditch her. Mine's racing Mike's, biz king flex, Sue's party brags, he says, not begging for me, Lil's their blood. Next move, hospital to their pad, he writes, heart pounding, Lil's fading, I'm begging strangers who birth me. Ever ignored your gut, till it's too late? Spill below. I'm wrecked. He types, next part's where they stab me, brace up. Don't dip. This tea's about to gut punch you. All right, fam, Dan's at the edge, Lil's gasping in the ER, $80,000 short, banking on his parents to not be total trash. He's typing honor/pro revenge, drove to their pad, gut churning, panic puking vibes, Lil's fading fast, gotta beg. Pull up, cars choking the street, bass thumping through the walls, he writes, WTF, a full-on party? Ring the bell 5 damn times, mom swings it open, dripping in jewels, wine glass tilted, he says, behind her fancy suit swarming, waiters with trays gliding, big-ass bash in full swing. Dan, why you here? Voice sharp, annoyed as hell, he types, Mom, Lil's in hospital, emergency. She frowns, sips her Pinot, wait in the hall, sighs like I'm the cable guy, he writes, stood there, wrinkled shirt, soaked in sweat, rich clowns giggling past, sipping champagne like it's a movie premiere. Peek inside, balloons, string lights, a freaking ice sculpture, he says, parties for Rob's engagement, $570K blowout, didn't even text me an invite. Lil's dying tubes in her, while they're toasting Rob's, I do, he writes, hearts hammering, disgust and dread mixing. Mom's heels clack back, Dad storms up. What, Dan? Rob's night. Pissed I'm crashing, he types, Dad, Lil's lung tumor, surgery now, $120K, got $40,000, help me. No gasp, no, how's she? Nothing, he says, Mom's eyes dart back, party's her baby. $80K, please, just enough she might not make it. He begs, Mom sets her glass down, Rob's wedding set. Dan, can't shift it, he writes, brains glitching, wedding over Lil? Dad crosses arms, $570K locked in. If we cough up, it's off, he types, stood there, jaw dropped, $570K versus my kid's breath? You're dropping $500,000 on a party, Lil's dying. He snaps, Mom's, it's planned, commitments. Dad's can't undo it, he writes, like I'm asking for a yacht, not a lifeline. Guests swirl, laughing, clinking, my world's imploding, he says. Shuffle to Rob, suit crisp, champagne bubbling, laughing with some suit bro. Rob, talk? He rolls eyes, follows, he types, Lil's dying $80K, scale back? Blank stare, then a laugh, sucks, man. What's that got to do with me? He writes, get twists, brother. $570K wedding, nuts. Help Lil. He snaps, Jin's fam, deposits, done deal. Rob shrugs, he says, no flinch, ice cold. Desperate, last shot, he writes, drop to my knees, right there, velvet carpet. Please, I'll repay every dime. Lil's fading. He begs. Rob steps back. Jesus, Dan, embarrassing. Hisses loud. Guests turn. He types. Face burns. People gawk. Get up. You're ruining it. Rob snaps, laughs, ripple. Some prick chuckles. He says. Dad grabs my arm. Up. Dan, stop shaming us. Mom's clutching pearls. Our guests, he writes, like Lil's a footnote. You're picking a party over her? He chokes. Dad's jaw clenches. Enough. Out. He snaps. Dan types. Slow stand voice cracks. Thanks, fam, strangers now. Rain hammers, door slams, soaked on their bougie porch, he says. Car fist slam wheel, sobbing like a kid. Lil's fighting, Im's alone. I'm drowning, he writes. Next part's where real ones rise. Don't bounce. This tea's a gut wrecker. Yo, fam, Dan's world's a damn dumpster fire. Parents iced him cold at Rob's $570,000 engagement bash. Lil's fading fast in the ER, $80,000 short of saving her life. He's typing on her /pro revenge, stood there on their bougie doorstep, rain slamming down, soaking my shirt, fist pounding the wheel, lost it like a kid who just got dumped. Lil's fighting through tubes. Im's alone in that sterile hell. I'm choking on tears, he writes. No, sorry, from Mike and Sue. Just don't ruin our night, vibes. Car's a cage, head smashed on the horn. Sobbing till my throat's raw, he says. Party clowns picked a half-mil flex over my girl's next breath, guts twisting. Then snap, Lil's weak, mommy, I'm tired, echoes in my skull. He types, Im's waiting, can't crash out here like some punk who's lost his spine. Wipe my face, hand shaking, start the engine. Rage boiling like lava, he writes. Hospital run, mine's a tornado, who else? So what? Beg how? Pull into the lot, legs jelly, hard hammering, he says. Im's parents their San Antonio Hall. Beat up pickup parked crooked. Normal folks, plumber dad, grocery mom. No big house flex, just real. Mother-in-law bolts from the bench, red eyes, mascara streaking, grabs my hands. Dan, your folks help? He writes, throat locks tight, dripping wet, blank as a busted screen. She scans my face, reads the betrayal, pulls me in, hug soaking her sweater. He types, doesn't flinch. Father-in-law's hand lands heavy on my shoulder. We'll figure it. Son, voice steady. No bullshit. Waiting room, us four huddle, he says. Im's wrecked. Eyes puffy, clutching Lil's teddy. Plan time kicks in. Next day, blitz mode. Full send, he writes. Sell everything, car's gone. $15,000 in the pot, savings drained. $25,000 wiped, $40K total, still $80,000 in the hole. Hit up every soul I know, friends, coworkers, randos, any dime they can spare, he types. Shocked me kid in turn, 6 months on boss, $500, all I got, hands trembling as he passes it. Old mate, ghosted years, calls out of nowhere, $3K, owe you from that project flop, he writes. Venmo pings nonstop, distant cousin, $100 for Lil, high school bud, $75, hang in. Apartment's a hollow shell, watch sold, PC gone, couch hauled off, he says. Im's sell it. Dan, no blink when Grand's oak table, her heirloom, dips for $200. Furniture guys haggling, $150 max, take it, now. Every cent's a lifeline, he writes. Coffee maker, TV, strip bare place echoes like a tomb. $80K gap, napkin scribbles, brains frying, he types. Sinking fast, Im's will find it voice cracking, holding me together. Father-in-law's phone buzzes, bank call, he steps off, he says. Back slow, face weird, whispers to mom-in-law. She nods, tears spill. Dan, how much more? Voice cuts through, he writes. $40K, choke it out, barely audible. Silence. Air's thick. Then pick up $40,000 tomorrow, he types. Brain stalls. Where? You ain't stacked like that. Father-in-law's laugh dry, hollow. Sold our house, banks locked it. Lil's worth it, he says, froze solid. M bursts, hugs, M sobbing. Dan writes, me mute. What do you say to that? Thank you, voice breaks, all I got, he says. In-laws, modest crib, decades grinding, sold it for my girl. Real fam shines, party clowns fade to dust. He writes, next part's where I claw up. Don't sleep. This tea's flipping hard, strappin'. Yo, fam, Dan's clawing out of the pit. Lil's alive. In-laws sold their crib for her $40,000 lifeline, while his parents sip champagne over Rob's $570,000 bash. He's typing on her /pro revenge. Hospital, Lil's through. Docs, she's good, legs buckled. Relief tears flooding. M sobbing, hugs her folks. I'm wrecked, he writes. Father-in-laws knew she'd pull it. Rock steady. 2 weeks. Lil's home. Stronger daily, he says. Kids bounce back. Her daddy. Wanna run. Grin. Pure gold. M's eyes. Love. No shade, he types. Hell torched us. We're rising. But deep. Rage burns, he writes. Kneeling at that party. Rob's laugh. Dad's get up. Knife still twists. Swore. Never beg those clowns again, he says. Real fams. Here, parents. Dust. Work. My war, he types. Not just cash. Proof I don't need their scraps. 5 a.m. wake-ups, 16-hour grinds, he writes. Coffee's blood. Rage's rocket fuel. Books, biz vids, sleepless, small gigs swapped for hotel lobbies, office towers. He says, no, all in. Year post Lil, $2 M deal lands. He writes, biggest real estate crew, scared shitless. Could I hack it? Higher squad, bigger office, nails bit to stumps. He types, pulled it off. Clients fucking dope. Referrals flood. 3 years, 5 times growth. He says, 28 head team. Downtown spot. Clients chase us now. Magazines. Dan the man, 0 to Millie. He writes, TV gigs, biz talks, no parents crumbs. Never pinged him. Knew they saw. He types, not begging Dan, self-made king. Felt damn good. Spite lit me. He says, but real win? Lil's giggle. Debt gnaws. Everyone who stepped up, he writes, called him, one by one. Envelopes ready. In turn, $500 back then, $5K now. Boss, no way. You saved her, take it, he types. Tears hit. She's crew now. Old mate, $3K. Owe you, $30K. Dan chill. Nah, real ones eat. He says, grins, handshake seals. Coworker, $200 loan, $2K back. Keep it. Lil's my girl too, he writes. Most shove it back. We vibe with you, not cash. Speechless, gripped hands. He types. Gratitude chokes me. In-laws, $40K house. Biggest tab. He says, rental life now. Missed their roots. Year grind. Saved every dime. No flex, just goal. He writes. Tracked buyer. Haggled. Bought it back. 30% over. Keys day. Mother-in-law freezes. Dan, how? He types. You gave all. I owed this. Tears spill. Father-in-law. Hand on me. Never doubted you, son. He writes. Quiet. Steady as ever. Dinner there. Old house. There's again. He says. Best night. Real fam glow. Emprego. Second kid. New crib. He types. Big yard. Not flex. Just space. Lil's run. In-law suite. Live with us or keep it. Your call. He writes. They gave home. I give choices. Real ones held me. Party fam's ash. He says. Next part's their fall. Hold tight. This tea's peaking. Don't dip. Yo, fam. Dan's riding high. Lil's kicking. Biz booming Millie style. In-laws housed. While his parents and Rob are dust from that $570,000 wedding flex. He's typing on our /pro revenge. Glow-ups locked. Spite fueled me. Real fam crowned it. Never pinged Mike and Sue. Knew they clocked my mag spreads. He writes. Dan the man. TV biz talks. No begging knees now. Then, boom. Big mag feature drops. He says. Journos, what lit your fire? Could have dodged, but nah. Truth bomb. Spilled it. Parents iced me. $570K on Rob's bash. Left Lil dying. He types. Name names. No filter. Party night. Knees in velvet. Get up. Article blows. Internet's a damn wildfire. He writes. Fams tagged monsters. Strangers spitting cold AF. Inbox floods. Gen Z's on X. $570K wedding over a kid? Trash, he says. Folks DM me. Fam ditched me too. Shook how deep it cuts. Didn't plan the fallout. Just spoke, he types. But karma's a sniper. Scoped him. Parents' store, Lux facade, crumbles fast, he writes. Biz bros ghost. Partners ditch. Orders vanish like smoke. Clients. No deals with kid ditchers, he says. Party squad. Same clowns sipping their wine. Bounce overnight. Store bleeds. Layoffs hit, he types. Respected tag? Toast. Empty echoes in that big-ass crib. Rob, golden boy, $570K, win. He writes, perfect wife Jen, house, clout, crashes hard. Jen reads mag, horrified, Lil's truth. Calls me, he says, ears silent, all real. No fluff, just night replay. Party, knees, laugh of facts, he types, she's hush, then thanks click. Days later, mutual homie, Jen filed, divorce, he writes, couldn't vibe with heartless, kids with that? Nah. Rob's world, gone, wife, pad, status, poof, he says, $570K bash built on quicksand, sunk. Mom and Sue, alone, big house, no buzz, he types, party ghosts, silent screams now. Satisfaction hits, sweet SEC, he writes, then, empty, Lil's good, real fam's gold, why care? Your roles, M's prego, second kid, big crib, yard, sweet for in-laws, he says, not flex, space for real ones. They gave all, I give back, options, he types, then curveball, parents ain't done. Months back, phone buzzes, unknown, he writes, Dan, it's mom's shaky, broke-ass tone. Help us. $200K, house is toast, he says. Sue, same voice that iced me, desperate now. Dad's bank snatching pleading, he types. $570K party clowns want my scraps. Laughed, audacity's nuts, he writes, meet me, cafe, my treat, game on. Rollin', mom shrunk, eyes hollow, no pearls, dad's tie loose, no flex, he says, hopeful, think I'm their savior. Hard times, no biz, no friends, house gone, he types, ramble, woes me sip my latte, nod. $200K, please, Sue chokes, same old family card, he writes, like Lil's lungs didn't beg. Next move's my flex, don't dip. This tea's a damn tsunami, hold up. Yo, fam, Dan's straight up kinging it now, Lil's kicking strong. His biz stacking Millie vibes like a boss, in-laws chilling in their crib, while Mike, Sue, and Rob grovel in the wreckage of their $570,000 party flex. He's typing on her /pro revenge, glow-ups locked tight, spite lit the match, real fam fanned it to a blaze. Parents' store? Toast? Rob's divorced ass? Solo, now they're crawling back with a $200,000 sob story, he writes. Set the trap, cafe meet, my treat, game face on. Roll up, mom's a shell, shrunk down, eyes hollowed out, no pearls, no glitter, shaky hands clutching a chipped mug, he says. Dad's tie's a limp rag, gray stubble creeping, no luck swagger, hopeful I'm their bailout ticket. Hard times hit, no biz, no squad, house on the chopping block, he types. Sue's voice quivers. Womy ramble drags, dad's bank snatching it, pathetic as hell. Sip my latte slow, not like I give a damn. Let em spill their guts, he writes. Moms, we never saw this coming bullshit. Dad's $200K, Dan. Please same family card that iced Lil. Wallet slides out, drop 2 crisp $100 bills, lean back casual, he says. Drinks on me, fam. Going all out on my baby shower, can't cancel, gotta be perfect, you know? Jaws crash, moms, you're joking, right? Tears welling, voice cracking, he writes. Dad's now parties are trash? Face twists, red creeping up his neck. Smirk hits, code on, funny how that flips, huh. He types, stand tall, Lil's giggle loops in my head. $570K clowns got zilch from me. Stride out, rain's gone. Sun's up, car peels to home. Real fam's waiting, he says. Lil bolts over, tiny arms choke my waist. Im's laughing soft. In-laws plotting shower snacks, pure, uncut gold. Peace slams me. Never sniff that shit at Mike's big-ass ghost house, he writes. Party fam's ash, real ones glow brighter than ever. Biz? Top tier, 28 crew strong. Downtown office dripping, he types. Dan the man, mag spreads plaster my name. No crumbs from their fake Lux table. Lil runs wild. Im's prego glow lights up. New crib's got a yard. In-law suite. Space, not flex, he says. They gave me everything. I hand back choices. Karma's a savage bitch, stores dust. Rob solo $200 trolls my mic drop, he writes. Satisfaction? Flickers, real wins Lil's daddy, play. That's the crown. Spite was the spark, built this empire to shove it, he says. But peace? That's the blaze, real fam's my gold mine. They flexed $570,000, left me begging, now they're broke, alone, he writes. Cafe smirks my fuck you, Lil's laughs my throne. Take away, fam? Fakes flex, till they flop, real ones lift when you're dirt, he types. Spite's a kick, P seals it, no cap, just facts. Ever had fam snake you cold like that? Spill that tea below. I'm nosy as hell. He writes, smash that like if you'd ice, M2, sub if this revenge drips your jam, more tea's brewing hot. No regrets, Lil's giggles, M's glow, one without their sorry asses, he says, catch y'all, this glow up sealed tighter than a vault.